Shemai GTA chums, if you go to Warstock Cash and Carry, you'll see the P996 laser is on special offer 4.5 million instead of 6.5 million. Absolute mega bargain, is it? 30% off? Well, a Night Shark is 700 grand, so it's horses for courses really, but it's quite expensive even with the discount. And this bad boy, the Hydra, has VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, but is the laser worth it? Is it great? It's still a great aircraft, it really is. I'm going to do a bit of customization now. I'm going to show you some of the performance. Obviously, if you have a hangar at Fort Sankudo for 1.5 million or so, you will be able to pick these up for free without the police getting you. You can get them for free anyway, just with the police coming out. Anyway, let's do some customization, shall we? Do matte colours of red. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this plane yet. Maybe it will be red. Matte colours are best because then people can't see you coming. Forest green. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it should be a grey colour. Or a blue. Dark blue, midnight blue. Midnight blue, I quite like that. It goes well with the yellow as well that I've already got, although I wanted to change the yellow. Oh, dark blue's cheaper. Damn, missed out there. Secondary colour. That's all you can do. All you can do. This is what you get for 6.5 million or for 4.5 million. We can colour it in basically. We've got orange, we've got reds. I mean, red goes well as well, doesn't it? Just standard red will do. I like it, red and blue, why not? That's badass. What else have we got? We've got green, lime green, none other than lime green, which looks mighty fine, must admit. I'm going to go with that. That's it, that's all you do. So let's exit the hangar, shall we? And let's see what kind of performances it's got. It's still not daylight yet, but I mean, we can obviously take off like normal people, but we're not going to do that. We're going to line up on the runway. I saw a video today, bits of a video of somebody doing civil aircraft flying, pretending it's a real thing and talking to air control and that. And they were like, lined up on the runway. They spent 40 minutes lining up on the runway just to get to this point and say, permission to take off, and then they take off. But in GTA, nobody does that, do they? Except for me. This is a great plane. It really is. It really is mighty fine. I mean, it's all about the explosive cannon for me with this plane. Oh, it's a full moon. So explosive cannon wise, this is what this aircraft is all about. Dogfighting as well, but the explosive cannon for ground attack, you can nail absolutely anybody with it. It is superb. I mean, you also have the lock-on missiles, you know. The lock-on missiles. But yeah, I prefer the explosive cannon, it's just fun. I'm gonna go to the police. Let's get the missiles, shall we, and see how well they do. They're not too bad, you know. For ground targets, you're going to miss a few ground targets, to be honest, especially if they're going away towards you. Let's see that little fella below. Did I get him? I don't think I did. But that's the missiles. You can do lock-on missiles. You could do the missiles in a dogfight, but generally I would use the cannon. So you can dogfight the thing. It's not by no means the best dogfighter, but it's the most used dogfighter. So I think a lot of people find it quite useful now. It's always dodgy when you go for the helicopters because there's a chance you're going to hit them. That. And we're kind of simulating it. But what I tend to do when I'm flying, I could give you a bit of a tip here on how to fly. Why not? Because the reason why you buy this aircraft, right, is not just to colour it in. You can call it anyway. It's a Pegasus vehicle. And I've obviously put it in my hangar to make it a personal vehicle, watch out for the debris, right? So for that reason you might want to purchase it, because you can just call it anywhere, and it's more convenient than Fort Zancudo hangar. That's the reason why I purchased it. But in fairness, I already had the Hydra, so what I'm saying is, if you've already got the Hydra, perhaps don't buy the laser. You really have to be an aircraft buff to buy the laser. It's a great plane, don't get me wrong, it really is. Look at that, internals, we can go all quiet, isn't it nice? It's a great plane, but it's very expensive as well, especially I would never buy it full price. But it's such a good performer, and I think it's got better handling than the Hydra. I mean, both are great planes. They don't have any countermeasures though. There's no chaff, there's no flare, but you don't need them. If someone locks on with you with a missile, you just do the old trick where you go around in a circle. This will protect you from any missiles, pretty much. I mean, I suppose with multi-missiles you could get into a bit of a pickle doing that, perhaps. But generally you're okay. And that's how people beat you in dogfights as well, because what they'll tend to do, they'll lock on with a missile, then they'll switch to cannon and shoot you down that way, because they force you into a predictable pattern, as in turning a circle like that. So you have to bear that in mind. And in the city as well, the other thing to look out for is the explosive rounds from the sniper rifles. So if you're really high, they will shoot you down no problem, dead easy. So I tend to fly really low down so they don't get the time on target as such. They can still get you, obviously they can. Good snipers always can, so you can't help that. But generally, not everyone has the explosive rounds. It's only people. What I tend to do is I find out when I start attacking people, even if I'm defending myself. Some glory hunters will think, oh well, that's a try hard, I'll blow them up. Even if you're doing PvP. So that's one downside, and it's got paper thin armor. It doesn't take many rounds at all. So if you're fighting against somebody with explosive rounds, they're going to hit you one time, they're going to blow you up, and that's probably even with the weaker end of the explosive rounds. But this does have the best explosive cannon in the game with the Hydra. I mean, they're both similar. One of them's a bit stronger than the other, but they're both pretty equivalent. Range is slightly different as well. I can't remember which one has the more range. But ultimately, they're both great planes. I'd go with either, but one or the other. And I've got to say, I'd favour the VTOL ability of the Hydra that makes it really useful in missions. I know I've said I prefer this to fly, but I'm talking to you guys. I mean, if you've got the money to spend, I'd definitely buy it if you're into aviation. But if you don't, if you really want to buy other stuff that's critical, then I'd buy one or the other. And I'd probably tend it towards the Hydra. So, what else can I tell you about this plane, other than remember to pull up? Just figure out the range. The way you'll see it is if you look down at the surface, the rounds won't explode if we're out of range. So see, it's not hitting, and then suddenly you get the explosions. So figure out the range and figure out where you're going to blow up. The way you're going to work it out on this plane is to fight NPCs. Don't fight PvP, because you can make a fool of yourself. I do it anyway. It's very easy, especially in the city. The city protects you, but it also destroys you, because it gives you the protection of the buildings to protect you from explosive snipers, but then the buildings can smash you to smithereens, so can the ground, which eventually I'll probably do, but maybe I'm just flying too good at the moment. And you can do some awesome builds, but you're restricted to the two-tone, so you can make it look like the red Baron, you can make it look as bright as you want. I tend to pick the matte colours because they don't reflect. Low reflectivity means people are less likely to see you. You've got to be sneaky when you're dogfighting. I've not got anyone to dogfight me this time, because I'm not in a public session, unfortunately. But if I did, I'd probably be losing it. Who knows? Well, actually, last time I did win, but that was the last time, it's a long time ago. Dogfighter, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I'd say other planes can be better, but it's a good all-rounder, basically. Good for ground attack, good for a bit of dogfighting. And the explosive rounds will really give you the edge in dogfighting. If not necessarily the turning circle and the performance of that, and speed as well. Believe it or not, the Hydra's faster. So there you go. That's another reason why you might want to buy the Hydra. So I assume this has more range with the explosive cannon, so that is... oh no. But yeah, what I would advise you to do is get it from Fort Sangudo first, have a good proper fly around in it, see if you like it, and then commit to purchase. But it's an essential vehicle, either this or the Hydra. You need it in your arsenal. Both these vehicles have excellent explosive cannons. I use this in my setups for Cayo Perico. It's essential for that, really. It really speeds things along. It allows me to do it solo without recalling on my chums to help me out with some of the setups. So yeah, I think I've talked enough about this plane. It's so good. It's so much fun. I forgot how much fun this plane is. Oh yeah, do you want to know how to call it? Probably not. But what we can do, if we call, I'll just give you an example, call Pegasus. The spawn points are on our right hand side. Where's Pegasus? P. Oh, I've missed it on there. Let's show you how to spawn it. So you can actually get a personal vehicle, and you can get a Pegasus vehicle at the same time.
Pegasus Lifestyle Management.
So
How can I help you?
so we can get a laser, we can get a Hydra. We're going to get a laser.
Thank you, sir.
200 €. That is pretty cheap.
Is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
So there it is. It's at the airport. The police are well after me, aren't they? There's my boat. So if I look at the bottom of the airstrip, you'll see a nice laser. Where is it? There it is. Sorry, I missed it there. Am I going to land? Oh, if you want to land as well, it's super easy. Let's do a landing to finish this, shall we? Do a touch and go then. Let's have a look. So let's see this laser. So it's in yellow, it's always in yellow, it's in white. Your laser's in white, Pegasus laser is in yellow, and there she is. So you can get a friend to fly that if you want. So you get two for the price of one, really, by getting the personal vehicle. But we've got our gear down, so let's try a landing, shall we? How about, let's do some confined areas. This is wrong, isn't it? There's no way you're going to land it there. Oh no. What do you know I did? That is not bad. It's not bad in fairness. Police are after me there. So anyway, if you've enjoyed that, drop a like and a subscribe. But thank you very much for watching and have a great day. If you're enjoying GTA, well, off I pop.